Hello, hello! I've had a couple people asking for the Teneb the Harvester deck update. I normally do them on Moxfield over on the computer, but I thought, hey, this is kind of my pride and joy deck, so I'm going to do it in person. I'm going to do it IRL, show you the deck we're working with, and show you some of the updates we've made. I have the pile of cards that we've added. We've actually added 19 new cards to the deck, so pretty sizable update here, I'd say. I've got a list over here of all the stuff we took out. I don't know if you can see that. I will go over like some of the highlights of that here at the end, just to kind of let you know some of the stuff we took out, maybe some of the reasons why if you're not seeing them on this version of the list. But yeah, let's hop into it. If you want to see the actual first run of this deck, the first version, the official deck tech of the deck, the theme and the strategy are essentially the same. We're just tweaking it, upgrading it over time. The link is up in the top right corner or down below. But yeah, let's get into it. So one of the big changes I wanted to make with this new version of the deck was ways to put creatures in the graveyard from either my hand or my library without just playing Buried Alive and Tomb, you know what I mean? I like more fun, interactive engine type ways to do that, so we've added a couple ways like that. Fauna Shaman is fantastic, being able to pay a single green, discard a creature card, and then search for a creature card, reveal it, put it into your hand. We're getting 2 creatures because that one in the graveyard, we're going to get back. We've got Auric Lore Mage, which is fantastic. It's just an entomb on a creature. Every time we tap it, we just get to put something in our graveyard, which, you know, can be fantastic. 6 is really good. This is something I was going kind of flip-flopping back and forth on adding. Added it. It works great. Whenever he attacks, you mill 3 cards. You may put a land card from among the cards milled into your hand. As long as it's your turn, non-land permanents in your card have retrace, which means you can discard a land in addition to paying its mana cost, and you can just play that card again from your graveyard, which is absolutely disgusting. Disciple of Bolas is fantastic. You crack a creature, draw cards, gain life equal to its power. It's one was always in my deck. I took it out for a little while. Not sure why. It's back. Birthing Ritual is a new one that is absolutely nuts that I highly recommend you pick up if you're trying to build a similar list. 1 and a green for an enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, if you control a creature, look at the top 7 cards of your library. Then you may sacrifice a creature. If you do, you may put a creature card with mana value X or less from among the cards onto the battlefield, where X is 1 plus the sacrificed creature's mana value. Put the rest on the bottom of your library. So yeah, we get to crack a creature to just cheat another 1 mana value higher creature into play. Very good. Grist is also really good. I'm not sure why he ever left the list. Just a planeswalker that acts like a creature when it's not in play, so we're able to reanimate it. It's also hittable with Sun Titan, which is awesome. Mills us, destroys stuff, has a win con stapled to it on its alt. It's definitely a good add. Marshal's Anthem is 2 and 2 white for an enchantment, gives our whole board +1/+1. It has multi-kicker for 1 and a white, and we get to reanimate something for each time we kicked it, so. Carador is great. As you can see, we've moved a little bit into the new reanimation pieces that I've added. Carador is one of the best ones. 5, a white, a black, and a green for a 3/4 that costs 1 less for each creature card in your graveyard, and once during your turn, you can cast a creature out of your graveyard. It's like a worse Muldrotha, but still very good. Sister Hospitaller is awesome. I've learned how much I like the Karmic Guide-esque effects, like the creatures that enter and bring something back are just so nice because you can get huge reanimation chains going off, and Sister Hospitaller is awesome at it. 4, a white, and a black for a 3/2. When it enters, you return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield, and then you gain life equal to its mana value, which, you know, could come in useful sometimes. But Dothy Voidwalker is back in the list. I took him out because I thought he was unfun, which he kind of is. He's a little unfun to play against, I'm not gonna lie. But I was running Aura Shards, so I took Aura Shards out and put Dothy back in, because if I'm gonna run an annoying card, it's gonna be Dothy, and it's not gonna be Aura Shards. Exile all the stuff that goes to grave, crack him to play one of the things for free. It's pretty gross. Stroke of Midnight's just some good new removal we've added, as is Assassin's Trophy. Grasp of Fate is, the same. It's just really good removal that we've added. I just never realized it hit each player. You get to exile a non-land permanent for each player. Really good for 3 mana, and also it's a 3 mana permanent, so we can get it back with Sun Titan. I think it's very good. Wrath of the Skies is great. X and 2 white, you get X energy, and then you can pay an amount of energy and destroy everything with that mana cost or less. So if you just pay 2 white, you destroy all tokens. You know what I mean? It's a scalable board wipe that I like a lot. Galta is a really funny way to win. You know, if you do the whole draw, turn 1 and be like, oh, I have no lands, I have to discard, I guess I'll discard Galta, go ahead, and then it comes back around, you drop a swamp, reanimate Galta, dump your whole hand. You know, that's a way to win a game. And so is a big 12/12 Trampler. You know what I mean? I just wanted to add something big and scary. I pulled him out of a pack. I was like, sure. Kakusho is back in the list. Not much to say. Big scary dragon. Overprotect is in the list now. 1 and a green for an instant. Target creature you control gets +3/+3, gains trample, hexproof, and indestructible. I actually put this in instead of Tyvar's Stand, so that is no longer in this deck, because Tyvar's Stand gave indestructible hexproof, and then +X/+X. But trample's better on Teneb, because I need to deal combat damage, so it's protection as well as a way to get trample. Lightning Greaves, we'll just move past it. No clue why these weren't in the list. Priest of Titania, this is honestly just in here because I took out Sanctum Weaver because I'm working on an enchantment deck, and I do run a bunch of elves in here, so whatever. And then 2 lands that we added. Grim Backwoods gives us the ability to pay 2, a black and a green, to crack a creature and draw a card, which, you know, in Reanimator's really good. High Market gives us the ability to tap, crack a creature, and gain a life. So, again, ways to put stuff in the graveyard on lands, never bad. So as far as stuff that's like actually of note that we have gotten rid of in this deck, I'm not showing my face because, yeah, I have a huge rash on my face today. And I'm going, you know what? Not gonna be on my face. Sorry about you. We took out Belladros because he felt more like a win more card. It was like when I got to play him, I was already kind of winning. Portal to Phyrexia is also out. It just cost way too much and it was super unfun to play against. Moira and Teshar out. It just wasn't good. Runescar Demon's out of here because I have the other one, the demon that searches for 2 and puts 1 in grave, so. Sword of Once and Future, I just don't like the swords. I really don't have a better reason than that. The Gitrog Ravenous Ride was just too clunky. Underrealm Lich is a great card. But with like the addition to like Disciple of Bolas and Six and like Fauna Shaman, they just felt better than that guy. If you want the full deck list, it is down below, so feel free to check that out, guys. Yeah, that's my Teneb list. I hope you guys liked it, the new version. Please suggest some cards. Yeah, it's an interesting list. It's very fun. It's definitely my favorite commander still. I have a couple of commanders in the works for future videos that are coming up, so if you maybe want to get a little sneak peek because you're a Teneb fan, there you go. And yeah, that's it, guys. Please leave some suggestions for the deck. That is update number 4 on the Teneb deck, but there's going to be plenty more. 19 new ads, so plenty of stuff different. There is a little bit, a couple other lands that I have added, but they weren't exciting, nothing of significance, but they are on the new deck list, which is below, so if you want to check that out, awesome. If you want to show the channel a little bit of additional support, check out the Patreon as always, like, subscribe, we're trying to hit 10K by the end of the year. And with that, I'll see you guys later, go play some Magic, and peace.